Welcome back to Frank's Channel, my lovely individuals. If this is the first time you come to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Welcome. Hi, how are you? So for this channel, we're going to be doing a lot of new segments, y'all, and I'm ready. We have different things coming up on this channel, and I'm just ready. I need y'all to help me out with this though. First thing we're going to be doing on Mondays is Let's Talk Mondays. Okay, we have to have conversations about certain things. Y'all love my commentary, so why not continue this? But let's add some motivational stuff, and let's talk about things. Like, let's be real about certain things. And then on Tuesdays, we're going to do New Talent Tuesdays, where we're going to go out and search some new artists. We're gonna see what they serving. Thursdays and Fridays will be strictly for reaction videos, because I'm trying to get better, more consistent. For today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about how do you implement what you want to do during quarantine. That motivation, how do you push yourself? Because Lord knows, I have been going through it. I have been struggling to keep myself focused with things that I want to do, specifically my music, and I'm sure other people out here are struggling trying to figure out how to stay motivated. And I know y'all working from home, it's hard too, because we're working in the same space where we have to sleep, the same place where we cook our meals, where we relax, where we enjoy time with family. So that's a whole other thing to even talk about. How do we separate ourselves from our work environment and our leisure time at this point with all this corona out here? Corona girl, like, you are outrageous. Like, you are really out in these streets preventing us from living our lives. So we have to adjust. As human beings, we adjust. So let's talk a little bit about things that you can do to increase your motivation and feel a little bit better about yourself and do things that you love to do. With moderation, obviously we don't want to do too much, but do as much as you can, because I have consumed myself. Step one of this is to be real with yourself. What do you want to do? What exactly are you trying to accomplish? It's hard to accomplish certain things. Maybe you don't have the resources to do it, but an accomplishment can even be you researching about the stuff that you want to get done, whether it's being more creative, whether it's creating things with your hands, being more artsy, drawing, I don't know, writing a song, writing poetry, reading a book, I don't know, being more mindful, sitting down and breathing for 10 minutes. Like, if that's what you want to do for yourself because you're so consumed with your life, or you're just bored and don't know what to do at home, be real with yourself. What do you want to do? What exactly are you putting on your schedule to tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna allocate an hour to be able to do this? Why is that important? Why are you seeking that? You know, we all have our hobbies. Hopefully we all have our things that make us happy, but what do you want during this time? What do you want to do for yourself? And it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, like, let me go build a house. Girl, ain't nobody got money for that right now. But that's what I'm talking about. Certain things, you need to be real with yourself. Like, if it's something that is out of your reach right now, then you can't do that. Come up with action steps. Come up with ways that you can learn about the thing you want to do. Be more proactive in that way. So the first one was be real with yourself, because you can't be playing yourself out here and acting like you can do 300 things at once at home, because I have surely been there, and let me tell you, it is not cute, and I never get anything complete because I have 100 things floating in the air that I need to get done. Step number 2 is dedicate time to it, but not too much. Do not overextend yourself, because that's when you get overwhelmed. Let me tell you, I write songs and I try to sing my songs, make beats for my songs all by myself, and I end up making a beat and I never finish that beat because I'm like, oh my god, this other song popped up in my head, I have to do this. So that's just how I'm speaking right now, is how my brain functions in those moments. And I'm sure I'm not alone with that. I'm sure that y'all have certain things that you want to do, and then you end up doing 300 things but never do number one. Like, stick with one thing. In my situation, I'm gonna stick with one song, I'm gonna make a nice little cute beat for it, and I'm gonna finish it, right? So that's my goal. Yes, you can continue writing, right? Allocate time for writing songs, allocate time for doing what you want to do, but focus on that one thing and don't overextend yourself, because look, your brain can only take so much. And if you're working from home, I don't know how you're doing it, because you're also trying to find time to do things that you love, and I know that that is hard in your home. And a lot of people have the resources to have other spaces to do that. Like, if you live in an apartment where you have another room to be able to do that. If you live in a place and then you have a studio somewhere else to do, you know, photography, stuff like that. It could be done outside, since you can go out there and draw and do things on your own. You know, take a little sip of wine and live your life. But don't do too much. You gotta breathe and do whatever else you do to make yourself feel happy. Don't dedicate 100% all the time, because it's not realistic, especially when you start from the beginning. Third step was one step at a time. Jordan Sparks told us, one step at a time. Like one step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly, but falling in love. Okay, Jordan Sparks gave it to us. Jordan Sparks gave that to us. One step at a time. Do one thing at a time. Do one project at a time. You don't have to overextend yourself. And it's hard. It's hard because sometimes we don't have the time to do it. Even if it's a one time a week thing that you can do for yourself, then do it. If it's going on a jog on a Saturday morning, go on that jog. Get up and do it, because you will not have the effects, the positive effects, if you don't go out there and just do it. And that's what I need to work on myself with, because I'm not about to make this video and be a hypocrite and act like I'm doing everything when, you know, I'm getting better. Last thing is to reinforce yourself with positive self-talk. And what I mean by positive self-talk is that you better stop with that little intrusive fucker in your head who keeps telling you that you can't do it. Or even when you get consumed, maybe it's just like, oh my God, I'm never gonna complete this. This is never gonna happen. Why is this my dream? Why am I doing this? Why do I aspire to do these things? I'm not good enough. Like these, whatever we tell ourselves is what we end up believing. And those little thoughts that we keep inside are just focused on us and putting us down. But don't let that hoe take advantage of you. Okay, you better get that girl out of here. We already have Corona out here playing with us. We don't need ourselves playing ourselves. We don't need ourselves playing ourselves. Do not play yourself, is what I'm saying. Positive self-talk. If you do something, if you accomplish something, you better tell yourself, I did that and I am the baddest. You better tell yourself, I can do this. I have been working for this. Like, even if it's the first day, you worked that hour to do it. You worked those 30 minutes, those 15 minutes, you worked for that. So you tell yourself that you are doing great when you're accomplishing things. You give yourself a reward, because we learn this is how nature works, baby. This is how we learn. This is how routine works. Once you do something, you see positive effects, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is good. Okay, I know what's to come if I continue doing this, because I know that if you at work and you working every 2 weeks and you get that paycheck at Friday, you gonna want to do your work right for the next 2 weeks to get another paycheck and not be fired, even though we have some trifling people that don't do their jobs. So let me know, what do you think about these 4 cute steps? Let me know what other type of stuff should we talk about on, I call it motivational Mondays, but we just talk Mondays. Let's talk Mondays. Like, tell me what else you want to see. What issues are you going through? Like, we can talk about a lot of stuff here, relationships, stuff like that. So let me know in the comment section, what shall I talk about next Monday on Let's Talk Mondays? Catch you on the next video.